It is very easy to enforce a contract that is signed than a contract that is not signed. Welcome to Education, our weekly legal podcast where we break down legal issues, legal topics, legal matters to your understanding without having to go to the law school. Last week we started our discussion around why people choose not to, sign contracts before entering into any transaction. Today, we just want to, go straight into what are the benefits of signing contract, how will it enhance your business relationship or relationships generally. Number one is that it clearly states the responsibilities or the duties of the parties in her contract. When there is a contract, the contract will state what party A will do or is expected to do and what party B is expected to do. There are no assumptions. Oh, I thought, no, I felt. That is not acceptable in contract. When contract is signed, when contract is prepared, it clearly states what responsibility each party is expected to do. Number two is that it offers you legal protection. Where there are contracts, you can easily, where there is a breach, you can easily approach the court or relevant authorities to enforce your right under that contract. Where there is a right, there is a remedy. If there is a breach of the contract, you can go to court to ask the court for specific performance, that the court prevail on this party to perform his own part of the contract, or there is a breach of this agreement and then that entitles me to damages. Another very important benefit of signing a contract is it will be the evidence of the agreement that you have. Human beings, being who they are, can wake up one day and deny everything that you have agreed with them. They can tell you that they never said what they said. They can tell you that you never said what you said and all. But where there are contracts, it clearly states the agreement, or it clearly evidence the agreement that you have, the terms that you have agreed together on, the details and all are stated in that contract. The next very important benefit of signing a contract is the ease of enforcement. It is very easy to enforce a contract that is signed than a contract that is not signed. When a contract is signed, you can easily go to the court to say that, oh, looking at what we already have, this person has breached our contract and then I want a remedy. However, it is not all that easy when it is unwritten contract, because it places so much on you. It becomes very hard for you to establish to the court that there was an agreement. You have to go the extra mile, to convince the court that there was actually an agreement between the two of you, and then there are terms of that agreement and all. So it is not easy to enforce a contract that is not written. Now, we are not saying that only written contract can be enforced in court. No, we are saying that it becomes easier when the contract is, reduced to black and white than when it is just in your head or just oral discussions. The next very important benefit of signing a contract is continuity. Now, there are certain kinds of contract that, outlive the parties that enter into it. Such is like a land contract, for instance. Now, if they are not reduced into writing, it becomes very hard for that right to continue afterward, because it will be difficult, to talk about or to establish the facts that were agreed on. But when it is reduced into writing, even if the parties that entered into that agreement dies, depending on the kind of contract they entered into, if it is such that live or outlives them, the heirs or whoever will be able to continue in that contract. I have had people talk about they rented a place, and after they rented it, the owner sold the house and now they are evicting them and all of that. If there is a written agreement, that eviction or whatever has to align with whatever you have agreed on in the contract and all. But that's a discussion for another time. We're going to do maybe a video concerning that. This is where we are going to pause today. Next time, we are going to be talking about certain or different kinds of contract that you can enter into, because not all contract can be enforced in court. However, wait till next week while we break that down to your understanding. Before you leave, please ensure you subscribe, ensure you share this to somebody, ensure you drop a comment and give us a thumbs up. Thank you.